The name of my company is Stacker.io, and I pride myself in creating something absolutely revolutionary within this company. We are a multi-tiered platform for content creation, production, and distribution. Nobody has ever gone into this building and come out. When people think of Stacker.io, they usually think of three things. They think of an office building with workers and computers, and they think of a really big, like weirdly open, vacant field, and then they think of just like a lot of centipedes.
One time I went 3 months without receiving a paycheck from the company. I was so worried about my future, and I was at home just sobbing into my wife's arms, and she looked at me and she said, "I don't even know who you are anymore."
A lot of people come up to me on the street and ask me, "What does Stacker.io do?" And I say, "Get away from me, I don't know you." We're not quite a company, and we're not quite a quiche. We're kind of halfway. You know what it's like to get deja vu, and you tell everybody around you that you just had deja vu and nobody cares? It's kind of like that.
My main hobby, the thing that really drives me, I would say, is being inspired. I have this story I tell people of the time that I was most inspired. I was sitting at my desk working. This was towards the end of a 16-hour shift. I hadn't seen my family in 2 weeks, and I was working on this coding problem that I just couldn't solve. And my colleague turned to me and he said, "Let's just go to one of the conference rooms and whiteboard it out." And when he said that, I just felt so overwhelmed and just so stressed out, and I had this horrible panic attack that lasted a really long time.
At the end of the day, I go home knowing my employees are still there. I have a family. They don't. Well, I don't know, they might. I don't know them. They're gonna stay here though. Do you ever go to bed with this horrible feeling of dread and then wake up with a strange Japanese tattoo on your arm? That happens to our employees every day.
I once fell asleep at my desk and woke up screaming. It was 3 a.m. and everybody had left the office, and I had this horrible feeling like I was trapped and that there was no world outside of the office. And so I got up and I went outside and I looked up at the stars and I realized there is nothing else. This is it.
You know how sometimes you think you went down the wrong track in life? Like I started a family and I had a wife and a kid and I was so happy, and now I have this company and it's just, this is it now. I can't really go back. I haven't seen my son in so long, and just sometimes when he sees me, he looks a little frightened. And that just like makes me really proud, you know? Because I built this company. What do I do as a CEO? Look at all these screens. That's like 4 screens.